Hey guys, welcome to Fishing for Chumps. Today I'm going to show you how to rig up a Tassie Devil using a free running line and 2 single hooks. This is a video of a trout I caught using the Tassie Devil rig that I'm showing you right now. As you can see, the Tassie Devil is on a free running line and is about 5 to 10 centimeters away from the fish's mouth where it has taken the hooks. Using this method, the Tassie Devil can run up and down the line and prevents the fish from using the weight of the lure to spit the hooks. When it does, its head shakes or it jumps out of the water.
Mate, congrats, man.
So I tried finding as much information online as I could in the best way to rig up a free running Tassie Devil rig using single hooks only. I found little bits on YouTube, little bits on Google, and managed to piece it together myself so I could understand and make it work for myself. YouTuber Robbie actually made a video about trawling Tassie Devils using the single hooks, which I'll link in the description. But with this one, I'm just going to add a little extra tutorial just to show you exactly how I rig these up and make them work best for me. When you purchase a wing lure such as a Tassie Devil, it usually comes in a few different sizes. There's 7 grams, 13.5 grams, 20 grams and 26 grams, with the most common one being the 13.5 gram lure. Here's a comparison between the 13.5 gram lures and the 26 gram lure. You can see that the 26 gram one is much larger, and you probably can't cast that with a traditional light outfit for trout. The body is a hollow weighted torpedo shaped core with plastic curved wings which give the lure its unique action. The wing lure does not swim like traditional lures as it has a very erratic or circular motion. In theory, the trout are attracted to the lure's motion, and then they don't have time to analyze what sort of bug it is, and they usually strike and they usually hook up. Generally, why it's one of the most popular lures is because it's cheap, super effective, and comes in a heap of different colors, and you can pretty much get them from anywhere. When you purchase a wing lure brand new, they do come with a pink and orange bead and a stainless steel wire trace with a loop on one end and a set of treble hooks on the other, which is fitted through the core of the Tassie Devil. For this rig, we'll be getting rid of that wire trace and feeding the line directly through the Tassie. For this lure to work, this is what you'll need. 1 wing lure of your choice in color and size, a small bead, 1 small split ring, and 2 trout hooks size 6 or 8. The Tassie Devil itself can be purchased at any tackle store, Kmart or online like eBay. In my opinion, everyone targeting trout should have these in their tackle box. Color is completely dependent on person and area, however my favorites are anything with pink or bright green or white. Again, these are my personal preferences, and you may need to do research to what colors are working in your area, but I have had success using a pink Tassie Devil the most. With the split rings, I usually try to get away with the smallest possible. If you go to your local tackle store, they'll be able to help you pair up a proper size split ring to the hooks you're using for your rig. The reason we're using 2 single hooks is so that they sit like this with both the hook sections overlapping one another, and once they are retrieved or trawled, the water pushes the hooks apart so the hooks are exposed, which give the highest chance of a hookup. The single hooks, in my opinion, are really necessary in this rig. Not only does it help with the chances of not getting snagged, they're also a lot friendly on the fish and getting the hooks out once you have caught the fish. So you'll need your split ring pliers, and just put the sharp bit right at the end through the split ring so you can open it up and feed the hooks through. I do 2 at a time, just saves me the hassle of doing 1 at a time. If you don't have the split ring pliers, using your fingernails can work, but it does hurt if you have a couple to do, so I highly recommend getting a pair of these split ring pliers. They're relatively inexpensive. Once that's finished, just feed the Tassie Devil straight through your line. It can be a bit tedious if you've got a bit of a crimp on the line, like you can see with mine. So once I've fed that through, you can see that it is a bit of a tedious job if the line isn't great. Putting the bead on comes next. Same thing, it's a small hole, bad line, it may take a couple of goes, but that's pretty much the hardest part of the rig done, and then just tie the line directly onto the split ring, and that is your rig complete. I just use a simple fisherman's knot. You can use whatever knot that you're comfortable with using. I just wrap it around the main line a few times and then back underneath where there's a little loop, and then I just lubricate it and tighten it, and that's done me pretty well. So I haven't lost a lure or a Tassie Devil doing it that way. I've lost the Tassie Devil because my line's been frayed, but not because of the knot. And once you've tightened it, just get your pliers and trim the tag, and that's the free running Tassie Devil with single hooks. And you'll see how it runs. As you can see, the hooks remain, but the lure is free to move up and down, so the trout don't use the weight of the lure to spit the hooks out as it does a big jump from the water or their big head shakes. So it is quite a good lure, and this setup is highly recommended because you have a better chance of hooking the trout. And right here is just a couple of casts using the Tassie Devil. I try to get a shot of showing how it swims, but this is as good as I can get. They do cast quite well, as you can see, and you just have to retrieve them relatively slowly, nothing quickly. You can alter your speeds, but ultimately just a nice slow retrieve usually does the trick. Thanks so much for watching the video, guys. Hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe, and in the comments just let me know what your PB trout is using a Tassie Devil, and we'll see you next time on Fishing for Chumps.